1959, at Street's Grocery in Whitefish, Montana's special spice was born. Alpine Touch. It's the taste you grew up with, well seasoned through the test of time. As the tradition carries from one Montana generation to the next. From its humble beginnings to a trusted brand, here's to the next 60 years. Alpine Touch. Montana's special spice since 1959.
Coverage leading up to Montana State and UC Davis on the Big Sky After Dark affair this Saturday evening continues, and we're joined now by UC Davis standout receiver Samuel Gbatu, one of the leading receivers in the Big Sky Conference. Sam, thanks for being here, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, of course, man. Thanks so much for taking a minute for us. So, first of all, let's just start at the beginning of the year. We watched your whole Week 0 game, and then all of a sudden it was gone. What a weird way for you guys to start the year. But you've had some spats of adversity, but you guys have kept on chugging, and here you are in the top 10 coming to Bozeman. So, just start at the beginning and just sort of tell us the story of your season through your eyes.
Yeah, it's been an interesting year. Like we're all very excited to go down there in Alabama. Start the year off. Start off right. I think we were one of the first teams to play to start the football season, so we were excited for that. And then the game was going well. We started off great. Everything was clicking, and then we all know the story in the second half of what happened. Game got shut down. But yeah, I think that just is kind of like sums up our year so far, like all the adversity we've been going through, like whether it's like losing players, some key players, coming home late, like from a road trip. We started the year with like 3 away games, and we got back at like 3 a.m., like all of them 3-4 a.m. So it's like, it's a good challenge for our team, for the young guys on our squad, just being put through that, it just makes us more connected, come together. And, I think it helps us create that bond that, we talked about all year, especially, losing all the players we lost last year to having so many newer guys in the squads, I think it just makes it come together even better.
That part has been such a fascinating transition throughout the FCS because there were so many teams that were so old last year because
Yes,
of the COVID year, right?
Yes, sir.
Everybody had this extra eligibility. So, I mean, South Dakota had all these guys that were, on their forever eligibility. Montana State did too. You guys did.
Yeah.
Of course, North Dakota State, they always have a bunch of seniors because it seems like no one ever leaves. It's you. So from UC Davis's perspective, though, what was that like transition of leadership like? Because you guys did lose some stalwart players like Miles Hastings, like Land Larson. So what was it like to sort of transition away from those guys and probably yourself, at least one of the leaders, sort of into the new era of UC Davis football?
Yeah, the good thing about us, we're player-led team, like a younger guy can come in the program, just watching the older guys, how they lead and they can step in. And I think like throughout the years, like, younger guys like myself, watching the older guys like, Land Larson, like Rex Connors, like Mitchell Dixon, who's like one of our like outspoken leaders right now, just kind of like taking that one step after the other, like I said, watching those older guys, like younger guys like myself has been able to step up. We got guys like Jaden Stanley, Mitchell Dixon, like I talked about earlier, who's been the key leader for our team. Grant Harper, he's also been that leader too in the QB room. So I think the good thing for us, we're just a player-led team that us as a player, we can, show the younger players how it's done and then hopefully lead by example. And then, like you said, a situation like that, when we have a lot of like leadership who has left, younger guys can be able to step in and fill in that role right away.
Samuel Gbatu joining us here on the Big Sky Breakdown podcast series. It's probably presented in part by Town Pump. Town Pump keeping us fueled up all football season long. UC Davis plays in Bozeman against Montana State on Saturday evening. So, tell me about the quarterback transition then, because Miles Hastings and Caden Pinnick couldn't be more different in style. Like they're both great. They both throw for a bunch of yards, but man, you got totally different styles. So what's that been like? What's the adjustment been like for you as a wide receiver?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's been like a huge adjustment. Like, I mean, they're obviously a different player, but I think the thing that stood out to me more, making from that transition was, the work ethic. Miles is a workaholic, and I think being in that QB room, Caden saw that, and I think also just the kind of person that Caden is, he puts in that work. So I think that was the biggest thing that stood out to me. I mean, obviously as a player, they're both different. Caden's getting his legs, Miles wasn't the best on his legs, but I think they're both really smart. They make good decision. Caden can extend drive, but Miles can extend drive with his arms and with how smart he is. So I think just on film, like I think the biggest difference would probably be Caden's legs. But other than that, I think Caden learned a lot from Miles. Like I said, the biggest thing for me was just the work ethic. Caden's also a workaholic, so he put in the work and he earned his spot. That's how the season's been going for him.
Did you play multiple sports in high school?
Yeah, I play soccer and basketball.
So what do you think of just him playing multiple sports at college? This seems crazy in 2020. I know he's a great baseball player.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's handling it well. Obviously, for me, I think it's crazy, but I was just talking to one of my coaches I think it was today actually. He was like, after football season is gonna go to baseball. I think that's kind of crazy. But he's like I said, he works hard for it, and he knows how to manage his schedule, and he's a dedicated person. So I'm sure it's gonna work out for him.
Shine Beer Sanctuary is leading the charge when it comes to promoting beer culture in Montana. Located at the corner of Church and Main and downtown Bozeman, the locally owned and operated tap house and bottle shop has the best beer selection in the Treasure State. The bar has 32 rotating beers on tap with everything from Duvel to local ciders, gluten-free beers, and non-alcoholic options. The bottle shop has more than 400 beer offerings from all over the world, and Shine offers Cicerone-trained beer guides. Come enjoy beer heaven at Shine Beer Sanctuary in Bozeman.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any town pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Time to let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser Hard Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka, it's refreshingly smooth and easy to drink. With no bubbles to fill you up, it's perfect for tailgating or ski season in Montana. Plus, each Sun Cruiser is only 100 calories and 4.5% alcohol, making it perfect for anywhere your adventures take you. When you need a little sun in your life, nothing hits quite like a Sun Cruiser. Crack one open today and let the good times cruise.
Sun Cruiser Beverage Co., Boston, Massachusetts. All nutritionals based on 12-ounce servings. Please drink responsibly.
Just the way you guys have been able to navigate all the different bangs and bruises. And I mean, I think Coach Bud told me on Monday, like 15 guys have been lost for the season. You only traveled like 57 or 58 last week, but you guys have been able to do it and keep winning. So how have you guys been able to do that?
Yeah, like I said earlier, it just speaks to like all the adversity we've had throughout the season. It just makes us as a team come together even more. And from the start of the year, it's always been a next man up mentality. When we lost some of our key players earlier in the year, it was just a next me up mentality. So I think the younger players, they've been waiting for their shots, and guys like Jackson Severs on defense, like he's been waiting for his shot like since he got here, and it's no surprise that he put in the work and he's been able to do that on the field. We have young player like Drew Cofield on defense, and just those guys like Ty and Marquis has been able to like rotate in. One person went down, the next person steps up. So it's just little things like that. And even on our offense, like Winston Williams, like we have Mitchell Dixon, Bones Carner. We call him Bones, but one of our tight end. He's a young guy too that's been able to step up. Get in on some of our drives to replace Winston. But like I said, it's just really like next man up mentality.
When it comes to this matchup, then Montana State, one of the top defenses in the country, UC Davis, one of the top offenses in the country. So what do you think of this challenge you guys face in Bozeman on Saturday night?
Yeah, it's going to be a great challenge, and I think it's something that we're excited for. But, it's never about the other team. They're a great team, well coached. But, our message throughout the year has always been about us, and on Saturday, that's what we got to make it about. We just got to keep our poise, and then we just got to play our best football and just make it about us.
Well, last year was such a crazy game because you guys got out early and then they came storming back and they scored a bunch in a row. And then you guys scored 20 unanswered in the fourth quarter. So what do you remember about last year's game?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're a great team. Last year's game was last year's game, but I think we didn't play our best football, and that's what hurt us in like the second half, second quarter, whatever it was, and when they went on that stretch. I think we just got to play our best football. That's the key of every game, and just make it about us. You can't make the moment be too big, especially for all the young guys that we have. We just got to keep our poise and just play our best football.
What do you think is the opportunity to be on national TV and playing in a late season game with Big Sky title aspirations hanging in the balance?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for the program and for the team, for the younger guys who hasn't been in that spotlight too as well. But yeah, it's a great challenge, and we're really, really excited for that opportunity. And I guess thanks to ESPN for giving us the opportunity. But yeah, we just gotta, go there on Saturday and just play our best football.
Samuel, great to talk to you, man. Thanks so much for taking a minute, and best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you so much for having me.
There's always a party in Montana, whether you're going to a wedding, a football game, a concert. Montana Party Bus can get you there safe and will take you anywhere in Montana. You can relax with friends in style, luxury, and safety. Western Montana based for local and regional travel within Montana borders. Montana Party Bus is great for both large and small groups with a capacity of up to 30 guests. If you want to elevate your event, call them anytime, 406-200-8096. You can also visit mtpartybus.com. Travel anywhere in Montana in style with the Montana Party Bus.